Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing another Let's Chitchat video for today. This one we're going to be going over a bunch of stuff coming up, of course, tonight with The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 3. We're also going to talk about Dead City. We're going to talk about some Walking Dead updates, some updates to the channel, upcoming content, all that fun stuff. So, I hope you guys had a fantastic week. This was a great week on the channel. We had a lot of content. We had a lot of reviews going on. We reviewed The Last of Us Episode 2, which was a massive episode. We did some Walking Dead discussion videos, Walking Dead Dead City content. We also did a Star Wars Andor video, which I had some thoughts on those episodes. Definitely make sure to check that video out as well too. We did Lost reviews this week. We talked about episodes 13 and 14 of Season 3. Those were fun episodes to review. Well, then we also have this weekend, Last of Us, Episode 3, which will be tonight. The review for that will be later tonight. So, very excited, man. And that's the first thing I want to talk about is Episode 3 of The Last of Us. Yes, that is going to be tonight. This is going to be a massive episode, man, because, well, spoiler warning, you've been warned. If you're still here, you've seen it. This is going to be the first episode after Joel's death, so I'm curious to see how this is going to go. I'm curious to see what it's going to be like to have Bella Ramsey leading the show on her own, not to mention having Gabriel, the Tommy actor, also carrying the show as well too, and some of these other characters coming to the forefront. What is that going to be like? What is that going to vibe like? Is it going to be good? Is it going to be bad? We'll have to see. I have confidence that it will be enjoyable, and especially I'm curious to see more of Abby, because Abby on the show so far, Caitlin Denver, another great actor that's been added to the show, really good job so far from her, so I'm curious to see how much screen time she'll get this episode and how much we'll see of them. We do know that we're getting the WLF this episode, which is going to be really exciting. That's a group from the video game that I am very curious to see the execution of, and a lot of this episode is probably going to be grieving after Joel's death, mixed with introducing the WLF and more of Abby, which I think will be very interesting, of course, and a lot of other things like that. Tommy finding out about Joel, and probably them setting out to go kill Abby, and of course Ellie and Dina kind of setting off on their mission, and then I'll probably blend in episode 4. So it's going to be a very exciting episode. It's going to be very fun. We'll be watching it, of course, tonight, and then I'll be reviewing it later, of course, once I get a chance to cover the episode like usual, and I'm looking forward to all that stuff. It's going to be really fun. I hope you guys enjoy the late reviews as well, too. I like to do those just because, I find it's more enjoyable that way. Plus, it's a lot easier on me because then I get the reviews out right away, you know what I mean, rather than waiting a day, and then, doing it afterwards. So it's just easier on my end, so I enjoy doing it, and I'm very excited to be reviewing this episode when it comes out tonight. So, yeah, set your expectations down below. Let me know what you guys are expecting for this episode. I'm looking forward to watching it, and I'm hoping that you guys are going to be watching it as well, too. Hopefully you guys didn't quit the show because, Joel's dead, of course. We still have Pedro on the show. We still have flashbacks and a lot of other context to see. The story of the Last of Us Part 2 is literally just getting started. There's so many things to see, so many things to learn, and so many things for them to adapt. So it's going to be a long journey for sure. But I'm ready for it, man. I'm really excited. Now, let's also talk about Walking Dead Universe, The Walking Dead Dead City. That is back next weekend. So this is my last Let's Chit Chat video on Sunday. So how this is going to work is that next week, we will be doing the Let's Chit Chat video on Saturday. Because Sunday, we're going to be reviewing, literally this time next week, we're going to be reviewing Dead City 201. So the way the schedule is going to work, and I'm gonna make a schedule for those that are kind of curious on how the videos and the format is going to go. The idea of this is going to be that we're going to have on Saturdays the Let's Chit Chat videos that you see here that we do every week. They'll just be on Saturdays rather than Sundays. And on Sundays at this time, we're going to be getting the Dead City reviews because Dead City airs early Sunday, of course. I'll be watching the episode around noonish or so, roughly on Sundays. You will be seeing the reviews for Dead City Season 2 go up in addition to the prediction videos for the following episode, and then Sunday nights we'll continue with The Last of Us and all that fun stuff. So in other words, it's going to be like 3 days of straight stuff. It's going to be Saturdays will be the Let's Chit Chat videos, at least until Dead City ends. That's how it'll go. Let's Chit Chats will be on Saturdays now, going forward. So that's a quick reminder. Next Saturday will be a Let's Chit Chat video, rather than a normal video. It's going to be a Let's Chit Chat video on Saturday, and then Sunday mornings will be the reviews for Dead City, like per usual, and then Sunday nights will be reviews for The Last of Us. That's how we're going to kind of coordinate this. I haven't had to do that before, but they're airing two Apocalypse shows next to each other, and obviously we cover them both, so that is how that's going to work scheduling wise. And then obviously the only other thing scheduling wise is Lost, obviously, which will be the reviews, but that's during the week. That doesn't really get affected or anything like that, because Lost on the channel I aim for Tuesdays and Thursdays, so that's, that's a whole other thing right there. So those won't be affected at all, but Let's Chit Chat videos will be moved up a day, basically. Instead of a day later, it'll be a day before. So that's the idea there. And I mean, the idea there is really just so that we can review both shows at their own time to where it's not too crammed, you know what I mean? Because if I can get a review done early Sunday morning and then get a review done late Sunday night, that'll be easy for me. That'll be an easy job. So as long as I can kind of, control the schedule like that, it'll be easy, because I don't want too much, to have to be able to do at one time, because then it can get kind of crammed, and then I'm not sure when whatever will release. And, I like to have a clean schedule and stuff like that. I'm very particular when it comes to that stuff, if you couldn't tell. Just because I like to get the content out as soon as humanly possible when you guys want me to do it, because, obviously when an episode releases, I like to cover it as soon as possible. That's how invested I am in all these shows, and I like to cover them as soon as possible on the channel, of course, and all that stuff. So it's going to be a lot of fun, man. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a fun time. I'm excited for the Walking Dead universe to be back on our screens, and I'm very excited for The Last of Us tonight. I'm very excited to see what they adapt and what they don't adapt, whatever is coming up in episode maybe 4, 5, 6, 7-ish, and what is tonight, right? It's going to be exciting. So, yeah, I'm very curious to see how far we move in tonight's episode of The Last of Us. I'm very excited for the return of the Walking Dead universe next weekend. Of course, Sunday mornings, you can expect a review for 201 and probably a predictions video for the further episodes. I've heard good things about this season for Dead City. Early reviewers have said nothing but good things, aside from, a few things here and there, but it sounds like it's going to be a very enjoyable season, and I'm looking forward to seeing it. And I'm very curious to see, The Last of Us and how this season continues now that we've gone past the big moment with Joel's death, you know what I mean? Now, moving forward this week in terms of content, we have 2 more reviews for Lost this week. We're going to have episodes 15 and 16, like per usual. May try to squeeze 17 in there if I'm able to, but again, we do have a lot of reviews coming up this week, as we got Dead City, we got The Last of Us, we have the 2 Lost reviews, and then I'm gonna try to keep up with the Star Wars episodes, but again, like Andor didn't really start out all that good to me, at least. So if it's not any good, I'll probably just wait until the season kind of concludes, and then maybe do a video giving my thoughts on it there, because I hate to say it, but Andor is my least priority right now. It just didn't start all that good, I gotta say. But if season 2 starts to upgrade, if it starts to get better, we may do some videos covering it. We might, you know what I mean? It's Disney Plus Star Wars, so you gotta remember the quality that you're in for, you know what I mean? And lately, Star Wars has not been good quality, so I'm hoping that they can pick up the pace a little bit and they can do good things, because I would like to see some enjoyable Star Wars content again. As a Star Wars fan, I'm kind of demanding it, so hopefully that's the hope right now. But anyway, got that coming up as well too this week. We'll see what Andor has to provide for us, and Last of Us, Dead City, Lost, those will be the normal reviews. And then I will do one more Dead City Q&A video this week, so if anybody has any Dead City Q&A questions, it's not a bad time to leave those down below, or I may even do a community post. You can leave it there as well too. Just make sure to write Q&A before your comment, and then just so I know, what's for Q&A and what's a general question just for the comment section, stuff like that. Now, finally, we have some Showrunner community stuff going on. We have a lot of content coming up for the Showrunner community, of course, on my end of things. In particular, I know that I've been delaying Fly-By-Night just because of the simple reason that, there is a lot of music stuff involved, and obviously there's a lot of things that have been taking a while for that series. I still do not have a specific day set for that yet, but I do have a destination where I'm kind of getting to, where you guys are going to be getting these episodes. The thing is about this, though, is that you guys are not getting a release date, and what I mean by that is that when these episodes are ready to go out, they're going to be just going out. So there's not going to be an updated release date. I just have a day in mind that I want to release these, and they're just going to release. That's the idea. They could be at any time from now. So that is my way of kind of telling y'all that it is coming up. And I'm going to just surprise y'all when these are, ready to go. And I'm releasing 2 episodes if you guys didn't know. That's the idea for that. Because again, I had a release date in mind. It kind of didn't, pan out, unfortunately, because some behind the scenes issues. And now I'm going to be releasing those very soon. I'm very excited to get this series out to y'all. It is unfortunate that the delay had to happen, but again, it was something that was beyond my control. So I do apologize, but obviously it's a lot of behind the scenes issues, and obviously it takes a while to release these things. So I'm glad you guys are kind of bearing with me on that one. You know what I mean? And I do thank y'all seriously for the patience for the show, and I'm looking forward to seeing the reactions that y'all are going to be getting from this show. It's going to be very interesting, man. It's going to be very insane. It's very different from anything I've done. I'll tell you that right now. This series is very, very different from anything I've done at all. You know what I mean? And, well, I'm very excited to be releasing World Got Mad Season 5 out to you guys. There's been a lot of promotional material kind of here and there, kind of dropped, in between and stuff like that. You guys are going to continue to get that as the season continues production. I'm not going to say how far I am right now, but this season's being worked on, and I'm very excited to get this season out to you guys. I was filming a scene the other day for Season 5, and I was just sitting there, and I was just like, man, I want to get this season out to y'all, man. But here's the thing. I want to make sure that this season is done correctly, and that's why this season is taking a little bit longer than I was expecting, admittedly. But Season 5 is going to be insane. And I am going to say that it is not a season that you've seen before, and I know you may have heard that type of statement before, but I truly mean it. You have not seen this type of season before. When this season starts, it's instantly going to chuck you right into things. It really does, and it happens fast. So I'm excited for y'all to see it. It's a really hectic season, and I mean that in a crazy, crazy way. The season goes fast, it goes quick, it throws you through loops, and it just continues to make you use your brain 24/7. It really does. It's not one of those seasons you just moderately watch. Like, it's one where the attention span has to be there 100%, because there's a lot of little details that I put in this season that have not really been placed in the show before, and you guys will notice it. I'm sure you will, and it's a pretty insane season at that. So, yeah, and then I also had some people asking me, just a minor update, people were asking me, Dan, when is Prey coming back, the Prey, after Season 3 ended? Well, I can confirm that is not the next thing. The next thing for the franchise is Season 5. You're getting Season 5 first, then you will be getting the Prey and History of a World Gone Mad and all those things that I've promised as well, too, which will be after that. So that's just kind of a little update. I know people have been asking, when's the Prey coming back? Well, the Prey is not going to be until the first half of Season 5 is out. The first half of Season 5, the original show, is coming out first. Then you can expect things like History of a World Gone Mad and, the Prey. That's the plan there. I have a plan mapped out. I kind of know when everything's releasing, rough idea at least, and I'm kind of completing some of these projects, and then release dates will come out. Because obviously, I got to make sure these are all done. I got to make sure these are all ready to go. And then once I'm able to do that, I will be releasing them. Like I said, I have an estimate on when I'm releasing all of these things. I will confirm, though, just to not set any kind of level of expectations, Season 5 and history and stuff like that, that will be soon. The Prey, I will confirm, though, don't expect it until, way later on. It's going to be a little bit. Because, again, I want to release Season 5 first. I have history that I want to release to y'all. The Prey Season 4, though I could release it sooner, I'm going to be honest, I definitely could. I'm choosing not to because I'm mostly thinking it's a better idea to put these shows out first and then revisit the Prey with Season 4. But yes, Season 4 will be soon. There's no anticipation on when. It's not going to be for a while, but you will get updates on it as we kind of go. And the big thing I can say is that Prey Season 4, if you want updates on that, the next big time that you will get updates on that will be this summer. It's going to be a while, but you will get updates on the Prey in the summer, and that may give you a small indication on when you can expect this season. But that's all I can say for right now. So there you go. Thank you all for watching, guys. Of course, if you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe. And to miss any other videos, make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos very soon. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.